India's G20 presidency in 2023 will focus on three key priority areas for the Employment Working Group. These are addressing global skill gaps, gig and platform economy and social protection, and sustainable financing of social security. Global skill gaps are the mismatch between the skills that workers have and the skills that employers need. This can lead to unemployment, underemployment, and lower productivity. To address this challenge, India will promote skill development and lifelong learning for all workers. India will also facilitate cross-border recognition of skills and qualifications to enable greater mobility of talent. Gig and platform economy refers to the growing phenomenon of workers who offer their services through digital platforms such as Uber, Airbnb, and Upwork. These workers often face precarious working conditions, lack of social protection, and low bargaining power. To protect their rights and interests, India will advocate for decent work standards, social dialogue, and collective representation for gig and platform workers. India will also explore innovative ways to extend social protection to these workers, such as portable benefits and universal basic income. Sustainable financing of social security is the challenge of ensuring that social security systems can provide adequate and equitable benefits to all workers in the face of demographic changes, fiscal constraints, and environmental risks. To address this challenge, India will support the implementation of the G20 social security principles, which aim to ensure universal coverage, adequacy, sustainability, and solidarity of social security systems. India will also encourage the use of green and inclusive financing instruments, such as green bonds and social impact bonds, to mobilize resources for social security. One of the main achievements of the Employment Working Group is the consensus on the draft ministerial communique and outcome documents. These documents outline the key actions and recommendations for creating more and better jobs in the G20 countries and beyond. The first action is to develop an international reference classification of occupations by skill and qualification requirements. This will help to harmonize the definitions and descriptions of different jobs across countries and regions. It will also facilitate the recognition and mobility of workers with different skills and qualifications. The second action is to extend the coverage of the Skills for Jobs database, which is a joint initiative of the International Labour Organization and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. This database provides information on the skills demand and supply in different sectors and occupations. It also identifies skill gaps and mismatches, and suggests policy options to address them. The Employment Working Group aims to expand this database to cover all G20 countries, as well as other interested countries. The third action is to work towards providing adequate social protection for all workers, including those in non-standard forms of employment, such as gig and platform workers. These workers often face precarious working conditions, low wages, and limited access to social security and benefits. The Employment Working Group recognizes the need to ensure that these workers have decent work opportunities, fair remuneration, and social protection coverage. It also calls for enhancing social dialogue and cooperation among governments, employers, workers, and platform operators.